Peace, family. It's your brother, Marc Lamont Hill. Today, it was announced that MSNBC is canceling Mehdi Hasan's show. Mehdi Hasan has a show on MSNBC and Peacock that airs on Sunday nights. And despite the fact that this was a popular show among leftists, it was a popular show among people who love debate, it was a popular show among people who love critical, deep, tough interviews, MSNBC decided to scrap the show. Now, it's not the only choice that they've made that's going to be different. In addition to cutting the show, they've also announced that they are going to be creating a new weekend show called The Weekend, which is going to feature Alicia Menendez, Simone Sanders Townsend, and Michael Steele. A nice person of color morning weekend show. I like all those people. Sounds like it's going to be an interesting show. But cutting Mehdi Hasan right now is a strange choice. Now, according to MSNBC president, it was done to, quote, better position ourselves as we head into the presidential election. And that might be true. Lots of shakeups happen as people go into presidential elections. But we can't ignore the fact that right now the entire media world is fixated on what's happening in Israel and Gaza. And right now, Mehdi Hasan is one of the most prominent and powerful and critical critics of the Israeli government, one of the most prominent voices advocating for Palestinian rights. And he didn't just start doing that. Mehdi has spoken out with truths and facts in favor of Palestinian freedom and justice and being critical of the Israeli government for a very long time. When he was on Al Jazeera, he did it. When he's on The Intercept, he did it. When he worked for The Guardian, he did it. Mehdi Hasan has consistently spoken up for these voices. And so in light of that, the optics look bad. The optics look bad. At a moment where people lose their jobs, where they get deplatformed, where they get silenced, where they get smeared, where they get in all kinds of trouble for critiquing Israeli policy, MSNBC takes down off the air with the show its most prominent voice. Now, Mehdi is not Palestinian. He is British of Indian descent, but he and Ayman Mohyeldin are the only two people who have consistently represented a pro-Palestinian position, particularly brown people who have taken this position on the air, along with Ali Velshi. And Ali Velshi, Ayman Mohyeldin, and Mehdi Hasan have all been seen as vulnerable during this moment. There was a moment at the beginning of the coverage where it was alleged that all three had been taken off the air, that Ayman Mohyeldin was supposed to fill in for Joy Ann Reid and was not allowed to. Instead, Alicia Menendez did it. There was a moment where Ali Velshi, who was on the ground overseas, was kind of sent back, but not on the air for a moment, and Mehdi's show got interrupted. And people said that they're taking all the Muslims off the air. Now, MSNBC said it was just a coincidence. Could be not. Who's to say? But what we know for sure is that taking off the most prominent pro-Palestinian voice on the network other than Ayman is not a good look. And even if the intention was to save money, as NBC says it is, or MSNBC says it is, they also know that the optics look bad, but the optics of taking Mehdi Hasan off the air at this moment might actually help them to certain sectors of their audience who have a different political position. So in other words, they may have done it for the money, but they understand how it might benefit them to look like they did it for a different reason. And so either way, it doesn't look good. Now, I'm going to take MSNBC at their word and say that this was about money, because I do believe they want to cut costs, and I do believe they want to ramp up for this election. But it still looks bad and it still smells bad. They say they're going to keep him on air as a fill-in host. They say they're going to keep Mehdi Hasan on as a political analyst. If we see him consistently, then we can say, okay, maybe it was cost cutting. But if over the next month they disappear him, they fade him out, and we don't see Mehdi, that's a different issue, and we're going to have a problem. So we need to let MSNBC know. We need to let the entire media world know that we are watching. And if Mehdi Hasan isn't treated properly, we will make our voices heard. Everybody, make sure you hit the like button. Also, subscribe using the button below to become part of the MLH official family. Peace.